Second level, so that was earth. Almost you can say air and water coming together. Water being the source of life, really, right? That, you know, we know that life came from the oceans, right? Anyway, that coming, the spirit coming down and taking place on earth. And then we look at the fire element. And fire, we think of light, we think of illumination, and we think of perhaps spiritual illumination here. And this is more about, if this was the casting, then this is more something, let's say, regarding the script, the setting. Where am I born? What child order do I have? You know, if I have siblings, what birth order is there? What is the dynamic between the parents and the children going to be like? Right? So we say this is the fire aspect, and this has Ling Shen, or this is more about experiencing the emotional quality of what my life is going to be like. So this is what I am physically. This is more about what I'm going to learn socially, right? And obviously much fewer spontaneous abortions in the second trimester. And the third trimester is called the wood trimester. And the third aspect of soul, Ling Hun, is involved here. And this is called the ethereal soul, or the soul that is involved in reincarnation. Okay, so this is the soul that has the memory of past lives, the collective consciousness of your past lives. Okay? And it's said that each of these souls enter in each trimester. Right? And there really is sort of like if the first trimester doesn't work out, that's really not much of a tragedy. Okay, because it's only the lowest form of the soul has been left. Now, I don't mean to demean that, but it's from the Taoist perspective, that's not that serious. Sort of that's a trial period. But when we get into these other ones, now it's a loss here, or it's a more serious affair here. Okay, and so this last so let me just go back to here. The first trimester is about morning sickness for the mother, right? There's a lot of digestive issues that come on. The second trimester is generally the happiest trimester for the mother. You've gotten over the morning sickness, and you're not in the misery of the last trimester, where there's no room for anything. Right? This last trimester, wood is about cycles. Okay, so part of the meaning of wood, in terms of the sprout coming up from the frozen earth, is the spring in terms of the Chinese calendar, right? So this is about timing, and this is kind of re-editing the script to make sure that the lessons of life are coming at the right order. So all this is said to happen prenatally here. Okay, any questions on that? Please.
How's abortion seen from that perspective, from the Taoist perspective?
How is abortion seen socially from this? Yeah, from the first trimester, this is considered to be acceptable. Yeah, that's not, after that, not so, no. Right? Yeah.
How do drugs affect the child's brain from these different periods?
The same way it does in Western society. You know, you can clearly, can damage the body, but that would be seen as you've kind of interviewed the parents, and if being, for instance, a crack baby or a baby born with AIDS or something like that, that would be considered part of your curriculum, part of your karma. Back here. Yeah.
You talked about artificial insemination.
Yes.
I'm curious. I have in vitro fertilization babies. I'm always curious about that, with them, being made in the dish, how it fits into this.
Yeah. Well, it's obviously a more sterile environment. It's not as natural. Do your children look? Are they?
He looks just like his dad. My daughter looks just like me.
Okay, so that kind of agrees with what I've been taught. Yeah. It doesn't say anything about the people in general, but it says that the manufacturing process is such that it's not so much of a blend. It's more one or the other. Was there someone else? Yes.
What about like a stillborn at the end, in the third trimester?
Mhm.
Is that sort of like a conversation that went on a little too long between the child and the mother and they couldn't work it out?
You can always opt out. People opt out of life at any stage, right? We have a shelf life. I might think of something to the effect of that. Let me give you an example. Let's say this lifetime was about being a Sikh master, right? And then one of your parents changed their religion, or that's going to happen, and you say, I don't want to be in this body for another 60 or 80 years. I have a specific lesson I want. The contract got changed. I'm opting out. That might be an example of that. No? Okay. Yep. All right. So we're born. All right. So now we have these three treasures. We have the treasure of Jing, of Qi, and Shen. And we can create these spaces that we might call the Dan Tian. Okay. Tian refers to a rice paddy, and Dan refers to something that is concentrated, something that is perhaps medicinal. Actually, the word Dan comes from the picture of a well that's sort of drying up, evaporating, but there's something being condensed inside that well. Right? So Dan Tian has been translated as a lot of things: the elixir field, the cinnabar field. But the closest translation is sort of the concentrated field here. And there is a specific point that is associated with each of these dantians. And so there's acupuncture points that we associate with in the middle of these. But the concept of Jing as essence, it is the densest of this. So basically Jing was matter on the verge of becoming energy, or Qi. And Qi is energy on the verge of becoming spiritual nature, or Shen. And Shen is spirit on the verge of becoming nothingness. Right? And it turns out that the alchemy of our lives is turning Jing into Qi, into Shen, into nothingness. Right? So this would be similar to, you could view this very similar to the chakra system, right? Of going from the root chakra to the crown chakra. This is essentially the Taoist or the Chinese version of the chakra system.